Well, this is it. This is the inaugural Bedtime Battle Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm DT and the host. My co-hosts are Jason, Tim, and Travis, and yeah, we're gonna try this thing out and give it a go. I think that this is based on just our love and obsession for fantasy football and kind of really liking listening to fantasy podcasts and that kind of stuff, and
texting about fantasy when we're not listening.
That's right. So we're going to be covering 3 leagues that we are collectively in, one that Travis is not in, but we'd be happy to hear his input in. Maybe we'll expand out a little more, but yeah, we're going to give it a go here and talk fantasy.
Let's do it. What league we want to start with?
I feel like we should do TPR last.
Yeah, I say we start
maybe
with
GCJ redraft.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
good
the
deal.
OG.
That's the OG, the one we've been in the longest.
Yeah,
that is the league. That is the league of record.
Yes.
So many podcasts talk about the league of record.
Yes.
I want to end my fantasy season with the GCJ redraft championship.
This is true. There's no money involved in this, and yet it's the one I want to win.
It's true.
The most. Always.
It's the crown jewel of my fantasy forecast.
Yep.
14 team, a standard scoring. It's been that way since the beginning.
Extremely deep rosters.
Yep. Deep benches. I think that's for me kind of what brought more interest in Dynasty and keepers, just managing that deep of a bench and trying to snag some guys on the rise and stack backup running backs to hopefully pop. So yeah, this is the one that kind of brought us all together and still going strong.
And it is always we always draft in person, except for 2 seasons during the pandemic. And I feel like it's always our first draft of the season, like the first one. Like we always do it before preseason game 1 typically, and then can end up with a lot of really good sleepers or a lot of horrible sleepers a week or 2 after the draft.
Yeah, and I would say many years have gone down the toilet by losing one player that you drafted early.
True.
Yep. High risk, high reward.
Yep.
Has anyone ever felt confident about a pick in GCJ redraft after round 12?
I was gonna say confident after 8. No.
Yeah.
So
has anyone the last 5 picks? My brain just turns to applesauce, runs out of my ear. I have no idea.
It gets deep. We get in the weeds.
Yeah.
Who do we
like?
like? Who are some of the teams that we like for competitors or contenders?
I can tell you Yahoo doesn't think mine is that, but I will never hang my hat on projections, especially by Yahoo.
And I guess where we need to have graphics. Do we need to have the league?
Yeah, that's true. In the corner, just to know we're talking about it.
We've got to. Okay, so Rick Barentine.
Let's talk Rick.
How are we gonna go? Rick Barentine,
handsome man.
I know we have a stack segment coming up, but Josh Allen, Gabe Davis stack to start the season looks like the league winner right now.
God damn. Yep.
Oh. Let's go. Let Jonathan Taylor. Heard of that guy?
Yep.
He's also on his roster.
Yeah.
Also, for scoring purposes, to explain, we do double point league for the GCJ redraft. So it's standard scoring, but points are just doubled, except for kicker and defense. So they're worth less. So far, Rick with the Josh Allen and Gabe Davis stack has scored 96 double points.
Incredible.
Uh-huh.
Incredible. But okay. I'll pump the brakes on Rick's team. They are the intruders, intruding into your lineup. It falls off a cliff. Jonathan Taylor.
Mhm.
There's Tyler Lockett, Brees Hall, who can't beat out Michael Carter at the moment. What is going on with that?
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to that. As the 101, and Brees is just.
What is going on? We have Irv Smith. He's got Mike Davis going up against the Jets.
He's going to get some work, I think.
He's going to get so much work.
I don't know if this is a spicy take or not, but I think Mike Davis is going to get more carries / targets than Brees Hall is in that game against. They're playing each other, the Jets and the Ravens.
I want to make that a board bet pick, but
Rick's team drops off a cliff. It typically does that. He has like 8 players, and then it's like just players that he's heard of before. But his team's actually like, I mean, right now he has Mike Davis and Tyler Boyd in the flex, but he also has on the bench Drake London, who was questionable. He has George Kittle. He has Brian Robinson Jr., who's got shot. Khalil Herbert, I think, is a pretty good pick. He has Justin Fields as a back. So he has actually a pretty decent team. I mean,
this is one of the better Rick Barrentine teams, and I think it should be said that oftentimes in most years, Rick is up there among the top 3 picks for whatever reason. Is this like the 3rd year in a row?
I think 3rd year in a row he's picked number 1 overall.
Yeah, number 1 overall. Yeah. So Rick's got that draft time luck with the spot, but
first bites at the apple.
Rick also typically the first quarterback drafted is to Rick Barrentine every year.
Yes, there's historical data to back
usually
that up.
usually round 2.
It's looking like it might pay off.
Yeah,
this year.
Josh Allen just does stuff. Like he's just all over the place.
Put on a clinic on Thursday.
This is Josh Allen's world. We are paying rent.
Do we know how many carries the Bills had total the other day?
Oh, please look that up, Stat.
I will look that up right now. But
why do they hate Devin Singletary so much?
Yeah.
Is he a racist? Like, what is like? Is he sleeping with coaches' wives? What is Devin Singletary? Does he park in like a handicap parking?
Because he looks good. He looks good on the field when they give him the ball.
Refuse to give. You are getting the ball 7 times.
Yeah.
Say no more, Singletary.
Yep.
I got the rush numbers here. James Cook, 1 carry for 2 yards, fumble, lost, as we all know. Zach Moss, 6 carries, 15 yards.
Boo.
Devin Singletary, 8 carries for 48 yards for a healthy 6-yard per average. And the top rusher, Josh Allen, 10 rushes, 56 yards.
I think that's going to be
about right.
Yeah, that's going to be the story going forward, no matter what their running back situation is. But it's frustrating. I manage Singletary in TPR, and it's frustrating to see. He's a good player. Looks good out there. Went on a pretty good run at the end of last season, but his opportunity share is just it's garbage for what is such a explosive offense.
Did he vote for Trump? What did he do? What has he done? Come on.
It will be interesting. Yeah. Zach Moss lost a fumble too. So I will be interested to see, Zach Moss had 6 targets. And that was a shocker to me, but I will be interested next week to see how Cook and Moss are treated after fumbling.
Yeah.
Or if that just means more opportunities for Josh Allen.
What I saw, in the beating of the Rams on Thursday is that even with one of the top defenses and a great line, a great passer in Josh Allen. We talk, he's great for fantasy for his rushing stats, but even in this game where they were leading and in charge of that game the entire time, they're still going to pass the ball a ton, which puts less value, which gives less value to the running backs because of even situationally, whatever they're doing, they lean less on the rush game and more on the passing game, which again, great for fantasy, but not if you're a Bills running back.
Allen is the cheat code.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's look at his matchup, Rick, and he is up against Feffrey,
old buddy, new father, buddy.
Yeah, congrats, Jeff. His team's name is Scourge of Carpathia, great Ghostbusters 2 reference, which I love. And he is his quarterback is no slouch. He's got Pat Mahomes, wide receivers CeeDee Lamb and DJ Moore. Running back during the draft, he's got Alvin Kamara and Rashad Penny as his two top running backs, and that was looking shaky when we did the draft because there was still kind of a chance that Kamara might get suspended for the year, but that's not looking likely at all.
Watch downstairs. We're recording right now. Sorry, my wife is trying to watch Bravo in the room that we're recording in.
Bedtime battle.
The bed, yeah.
First bedtime battle.
But in true Jeff Buddy form, he has taken a ton of mid-range running backs as he does every year, and he seems to do pretty well with those picks. And so looking at Darrell Henderson and Chase Edmonds in his flex spots, this is a good matchup.
One for the Rams.
Yeah, dude.
Darrell Henderson.
I mean, Jeff basically, he always takes all the running backs that nobody else really wants to take, but then they always end up doing like better than expected.
There was one year when he didn't take a running back until the 5th or 6th round, and then he took probably 4 or 5 straight and hit on every single one of them.
Like James Conner the year that Le'Veon held out.
Yep.
Like hit on like every backup he took. The starter got hurt.
So
whisperer.
Yep. So that's definitely Jeff's trademark draft move. So looking at this matchup, even with the Josh Allen, Gabe Davis stack, Jeff is still favored. He was, I guess, favored by about 10 points. That's changed quite a bit with the
our friends at Yahoo have a 60% chance of intruders beating Scourge.
Yeah, but I think this is going to be a close one. I think their teams match up. Lockett's going to have to do something. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's going to.
I was going to say it should come down to that Monday night matchup with Penny and Lockett.
Okay. I see. So, oh my God, I'm so glad we're doing this, because as we're doing this, like the fireworks and the connections of the what's in your brain, the dendrites, whatever.
Yeah,
it's all more stuff happening. Eventually, maybe we'll have a segment of the get it right. Get it right. There's going to be players who, if you get right, your advantage is exponential. CeeDee Lamb is one of those players that I see as do you get this right? Is he getting the targets? I mean, is he getting the Devontae Adams treatment?